Okay, so we'll be discussing transfer of learning. These are the objectives. The first is explain the concept of transfer of learning. The second is recognize the significance of the transferring of learning. The third is draw a situation that shows transferring of learning. So, what is transfer of learning? It is also known as learning transfer, involves applying the knowledge, skills, and information learned in one context to another. So, in transfer of learning, ito yung paggamit ng previous knowledge mo sa present situations. Okay? It is like yung previous knowledge mo, it is helping you understand yung present situation, yung present knowledge na you're trying to learn, trying to acquire. So that is transfer of learning for you. These are the types of transfer of learning. The first one is positive transfer, second is negative transfer, the third is zero transfer, the fourth is near transfer, fifth is far transfer. So, let's start with the first one. Positive transfer occurs when one learning situation facilitates another, often due to identical elements. So, yung positive transfer, in short, yung previous knowledge mo, mapapadali yung pagkatuto mo sa present situation o present knowledge that you're trying to acquire. Mapapadali mo ma-understand yun. So, for example, gitara. Marunong ka mag-gitara. You are interested in playing the guitar. Now, kung yung sa eskwelahan nyo, in your college, tinatry na i-teach sa inyo kung paano i-play yung ukulele, mas mapapadali mong i-play yung ukulele because you already have prior knowledge. You already have a previous knowledge on how to play a guitar. Because why? Similar yung pagka-play nilang dalawa. Itong dalawang instruments na to, they are somehow similar. Yung gitara, 'di ba, may string siya, and then may hand positions. So alam mo na, mas mabilis yung pagkatuto mo ng ukulele. So, second is negative transfer occurs when knowledge of one skill can hinder another. So, yung negative transfer, in short, yung previous knowledge mo, mahihirapan kang matutunan yung present knowledge mo about this certain thing. Okay? So, for example, in the Philippines, sanay na tayo mag-drive on the right side of the car kung papunta tayo sa north, diba? Now, if we go to Australia or in other countries, they will drive on the left side of the car. Now, if you go there and then you drive on the right side of the car, of course, you'll go to jail and then you'll get a ticket kasi mali yung ginawa mo. And then yung dahilan mo is like, kasi sanay ka. And it is true. Naging sanay ka, yun yung alam mo eh. Yun yung previous knowledge mo dun eh. Now, hindi mo naman alam na yung present knowledge na left side pala. Eh din maguguluhan ka. Kasi hindi, nasanay ako sa right side of the car ako magdadrive eh. So maguguluhan ka. Na matutunan na left side pala tayo mag-drive. Hindi lang naman sa left side, kasi iba yan eh. Iba yung nilingon-lingon ka, tapos yung seat, yung position mo sa loob ng kotse, maiiba yan. So, magugulan ka talaga. So, that's negative transfer. So, zero transfer, aka neutral transfer, occurs when one learning context does not affect another. So, neutral transfer, yung previous knowledge mo, walang correlation or walang connection dun sa present knowledge that you're trying to acquire. Yung previous situation doesn't have any correlation to the present situation. So, for example, you're interested in geography. Mahilig ka magbasa ng geography na books, mahilig ka sa mga continents, maps, and all of that stuff. Now, if you're expecting na manalo ka sa swimming competition just by learning geography, wala eh. Walang correlation eh. Hindi natin masasabi na mananalo ka. Hindi na natin masasabi na marunong ka mag-swim just by learning geography. So there is no correlation. There is no connection. So near transfer happens when existing knowledge in one context can be applied to another due to related elements. So near transfer, similar itong situations na to. Yung previous knowledge mo, then yung present situation, and present knowledge that you're trying to acquire, they are somehow similar to each other. And kung similar nga silang dalawa, and then may konting kakaiba sa kanila. Like yung present knowledge, like hindi mo pa siya gaano like kagamay, pero alam mong it is somehow related. May similarity sila yung present knowledge sa previous knowledge mo. Malapit. Malapit yung gap nila dalawa. Maliit lang yung gap nila. So, madali yung mo matutunan tong present knowledge that you're trying to acquire. So, for example, marunong ka mag-add, marunong ka mag-subtract, divide, and multiply. Now, kung in the next day, tinatry na turuan kayo ng exponents, papapadali kang matutunan to. Kasi, yung exponents, diba, they would just, you just have to times it to itself. I-times mo lang sa sarili niya, and then, alam mo naman yung times, diba? So, maliit lang yung gap nila. Mas, madali mo lang ma-grasp yung information about exponents. So that is near transfer. Far transfer involves applying learned skills in dissimilar contexts. Individuals must adapt principles and judgment learned in one context to a completely different one. So far transfer naman, dissimilar sila in situation before and then the situation that you're trying to, the situation that you are in right now. Okay? Dissimilar sila or malaki yung gap. Malaki yung gap sa kanilang dalawa. So, for example, you already know how to add, subtract, divide, and multiply. So, alam mo naman yan, yung add, subtract, divide, and multiply. Now, if you're given a test and it is in sentence form, in word form, mahihirapan ka. Kasi, sanay ka sa mga icons, mga symbols, sa mga numbers, doon ka nasanay eh. So, if you're given this sentence form, naka-word form siya, mahihirapan kang matutunan nito, mahihirapan kang mag-solve. Kasi, nasanay ka nga sa symbols instead of words. So, there's another thing about this, like, kung binigyan ka ng exam and it's in college level, like yung physics, chemical equations, ganun. Like, these symbols na mahahanap mo sa physics course, like, advanced level na talaga siya, malaki yung gap. Like, it's like you've jumped from knowing addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication to physics, to answering an exam that is an advanced level of physics. Okay? So, malaki. Similar sila. Malaki yung gap. That is called far transfer. So, I have here an exercise. You just have to identify kung anong klaseng transfer siya. Transfer of learning. So, the first is, if learner can drive an airplane, he can swim. So, what is your answer? Yes, it is zero transfer or neutral transfer. Second is, Marie liked playing the recorder, so she switched to the flute. Yes, this is positive transfer. Okay, so the third, Millie knows her ABCs. Later on, she can learn to say her first word. That is near transfer. The fourth is George is a right-handed person, but he practices to write in his left hand. What is this? This is negative transfer. The fifth is Frank is in his two-word stage. Afterwards, maybe he can do abstract and logical thinking. This is far transfer. So good job. let's move on. Important theories of transfer of learning. The first is identical elements, and the second is generalization. Theory of identical elements. This theory has been developed by E.L. Thorndike. Most of the transfer occurs from one situation to another in which there are most similar or identical elements. So, in the Tagalog language, kapag tayo ay natututo ng Spanish language in college, and we are Filipinos and we already know um, how to speak Tagalog, mapapadali yung pagkatuto natin ng Spanish language kasi there are similar words there. May similar structures. There isn't like the same na talaga yung pagka-pronounce nila. From the Spanish language to the Tagalog language, there are similar words, there are similar pronunciation. Kahit magkaiba pa yung itsura nila, iba pa yung mga letra na ginamit, it even has the same meaning. So, mapapadali mong matutunan ng Spanish language because of the Filipino language. Okay? They are somehow identical or similar to each other. So that is theory of identical elements for you. The second is theory of generalization. This theory was developed by Charles Judd. Experiences, habits, knowledge gained in one situation help us to the extent to which they can be generalized and applied to other situations. So, in Tagalog, in the Tagalog language, diba, may subject, may verb, may adjective, there's a structure. A structure on how to create a sentence in Tagalog. Now, if you go to the American language, if you're diba, you're trying to construct a sentence in English, mapapadali kang mag-construct ng sentence because you already have a previous knowledge about how to construct a Tagalog, a sentence that is in Tagalog. Kasi diba, although magkaiba sila ng construction of sentence, like magkaiba yung structure sa sentence of the English to the Tagalog. Kasi sa Tagalog, diba, mauuna yung verb kaysa sa noun, tapos sa English, mauuna yung noun, tapos yung verb. At least, alam mo pa rin. Alam mo, merong noun, meron palang, alam mo kung ano ibig sabihin ng noun, alam mo kung paano gamitin yung noun, yung verb, yung adjective, and other things. That is, other types of speech. Kaya mapapadali yung pagkatuto mo ng English language because of learning the Tagalog language. So there are 7 factors affecting transfer of learning. The first is the similarity between two learning situations. The second is degree of meaningfulness. Third, length of instructional time. Fourth is variety of learning experiences. Fifth, context for learners' experiences. Sixth, focus on principles rather than tasks. Seventh is emphasis on metacognition. So the first factor is similarity between two learning situations. The more similar the two situations are, the greater the chances that learning from one situation will be transferred to other situations. So it has already been discussed before na kung magka-similar situations, mas mapapadali yung pagkatuto mo ng present knowledge mo. Kung yung previous knowledge mo ay similar to the present knowledge, ay present situation, mas mapadali yung pagka-transfer, mas mapadali mo ma-understand yung present situation, present knowledge that you're trying to learn. So, the more the similar, the more the transfer. So, the second is degree of meaningfulness. Meaningful learning leads to greater transfer than rote of learning. So, they have to know kung gaano ka-meaningful yung natututunan nila. They have to look back. They have to given opportunities na they have to be given opportunities na mabigyan ng meaning tong natutunan nila. They have to look back. They have to look back like bibigyan like kumbaga like reflection. Bibigyan nung estudyante ng reflection about this certain experience. Like for example, like kung binigyan sila ng like the situation, and then mag-ask sa kanila kung meron na ba kayong na naranasan na ganito. So, mapipick up nila yung meaningfulness nun. Okay? So, the third is length of instructional time. The longer the time spent in instruction, the greater the probability of transfer. So, kung the more time that you have spent in learning this present situation, or the more the time you spend on learning this topic, mas ma-understand mo, mas maraming matatransfer na learning. Okay? So the fourth is variety of learning experiences. Transfer of learning is most likely to happen when learners discover that what they learn is applicable to various contexts. So sa variety of learning experiences, bibigyan sila ng mga opportunities on applying kung ano yung natutunan nila in just their classroom. Okay? For example, like perform situations, on how to do this topics, like bigyan sila ng how to like bigyan sila ng task on performing situation about this topic. So mas mapapadami, mas mabibigyan sila ng maraming learning experiences at mas ma-understand nila yung topic na yun, and then there is more transfer of learning there. So fifth is context for learning experiences. Exposure to many varied examples and opportunities for practice encourages transfer. So hindi na sa eskwelahan, maybe they could also apply it in their daily lives. Okay? Like yung kung ano yung natutunan nila, they could apply it in their daily lives. Okay? So the sixth is focus on principles rather than tasks. So yung about this is principles transfer easier than facts. So, sa task kasi you only know like the facts. You only know the facts about like the evidences and all of that stuff. Pero if you focus more on the principles, like mabibigyan mo siya ng meaningful. Like mas parang bibigyan mo like ng question about your sarili, like yung sarili mo na what am I doing is right, kung tama ba yung ginagawa ko, and is it like applicable, ganun. So the seventh is emphasis on metacognition. Students' reflection improves transfer of learning. So students' reflection improves transfer of learning. So kung bibigyan nila ng thoughts, feelings, or opinions on what they have learned. So that is the 7 factors of learning. Okay? So, again, similarity between two learning situations. Similar situations. The more the similar, the more the transfer. Second is degree of meaningfulness. Okay? Bibigyan nila ng meaning tong situation na to. Like, hahanapin nila yung like if they have any like previous experiences about this, and they will discuss it right there. And then, mahanap nila, ay, meaningful pala to. May kahalagan pala to. So the third is length of instructional time. The more the time you spend learning this topic, the more the transfer. And then, variety of learning experiences. Bibigyan mo siya ng mga tasks that applies their learning. Bibigyan siya ng task, like tasks na perform that wherein they could apply what they learn. So, the fifth is context for learners' experiences. So, ma-apply nila yung mga natutunan nila. The sixth, focus on principles rather than tasks. So, yung principles is that, mas bibigyan nila ng thoughts. Bibigyan sila ng thoughts sa sarili na, what am I doing is right? Is it tama? Tama ba ito yung ginagawa ko? Is it bad though? And yung task naman is more on relies on facts. Okay? So 7 is emphasis on metacognition. Bibigyan nung taong yon o estudyante dun ng reflection. Bibigyan na ng thoughts. Ma-analyze niya yung thoughts na, feelings na, yung opinions niya about this certain topic. So, those are the 7 factors. So, let us summarize the transfer of learning. So, can you guess? Like, can you summarize what we have learned? Okay, so the transfer of learning, applying acquired knowledge to new situations. There are 5 types of transfer of learning: positive, negative, neutral, near, and far. Second, there are 2 important theories of learning transfer: identical elements and generalization. The third, there are 7 factors that impacts learning transfer: similarity, degree, length, variety, context, focus, and emphasis. So that is the summary. Good job. So this is the references. You can just go into them if you wanted to understand more. So that is all. Thank you for joining me and learning about the topic that we have discussed. So, goodbye.